Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Voyager class WRECK-GAR. So here he is, and first we'll take a quick look at his packaging. So, of course, you have a nice bit of artwork up here of WRECK-GAR in his robot mode, looking all WRECK-GAR-y. Got, Transformers the movie, Studio Series 86 WRECK-GAR. And on this side you have that same piece of artwork. On this side you have, another piece, or the same piece of artwork, just more closer. On the back you have your obligatory product shots and his little backdrop, which is just in there, and it's of his planet. So, but that's about it for the packaging. So here is Studio Series 86 WRECK-GAR in his motorcycle mode. And let me adjust my camera. I think it looks really good. I really do like the way it looks. I think it all turned out very nice. I've seen some people where his little spikes are bent out of shape because they are like a. It's not a rubber. It's a plastic, but it's like a kind of a bendy plastic, as you can see. So that is kind of an issue that I've seen, but fortunately for my copy, it doesn't have those issues. But I figured I would bring those up if you're kind of looking around. Make sure, look in the box and see if they're bent out of shape or not. But you can just take a hairdryer to it, heat it up for like 30 seconds or so, or even a little bit longer if you need to, and you can just bend it back into place. But as far as the motorbike goes, or motorcycle, whatever you want to call it, it looks really good. Like I said, I really do love the way that it all just kind of comes together, and I do love the gold kind of flame design in here on this top section, and then you got some silver detailing in here for the engine block, which again I think looks really good. And the tires, they do spin. They're not the most free spinning wheels, but I mean, with the way that everything kind of transforms, it's kind of a compromise they've had to make, but I still think it's nothing too terrible. But yes, they do spin somewhat freely, and then you got just some nice molded detail right up there for the seat, and then some molded detail back here for the compartments and whatnot. And you got the windshield right here, and his head is in there. And one thing I do like about this is there is some detail right back in there for it's like some gauges and like a speedometer and whatnot. So that is really nice. I like how they were able to kind of get that in there. So for accessories though, one quick thing. I do like the way that they made him, be able to stand. So down here on that's the back of his legs, there's these little sections that you can, or that flip down so that he can stand in bike mode. Because if you don't have him flip down, he does kind of just fall over. So, I mean, you can have like one up and have him stand, but he's still, you kind of get that, so you have to kind of have them both down. But I really do like the fact that they added something kind of, like a kickstand to be able to have it so he can stand up properly. So as far as accessories go, you do get one. You do get his, actually you get three, but you do get his, and there's a piece of hair on it. Get out of here. His little spinny axe thing, which this does spin really nice and freely, so that's nice. And it's just done in orange with some molded detail right up in there. And then you have his handle done in that gray plastic, and you can store it. There's a post right here, and there's just a port right back here, so you kind of just plug it in. And I guess you could think of it as like a propeller, like a fan or something, just kind of, pushes the bike along. So, but there is some nice gold detail up here too, and some vents, or like a vented detail in there. So overall though, very nice, and I really do like the way that it looks. So, but as far as vehicle mode goes, that's about it. So we'll just get down to his transformation. So first thing, just kind of take this, move that off to the side. Second thing that I do is come to the front section here, split what are going to be the arms, and remove the wheel, and come back here to the legs and flip these sections up. And again, just come back here. We'll actually want to untab the feet from the shoulder bit right there, and then you can come back here and take the wheel section and bring it out, and then just kind of toss those off to the side for now. Now you kind of want to take the legs here and bend them so that they're orientated, or so that they're bent properly, and you can just take the foot and bring it up, and you have his legs and lower half all done. Now you want to come in here, and his chest piece right here is tabbed into his arms right there for vehicle mode, so you just want to take those and untab them. Then you can take his arms and bring them out. You then want to take this chest section here and bring it down, which will also bring down his head. And let me raise up my camera just a little bit. You then want to take this windshield section right here, collapse that down. You then kind of want to take this hinge here and bring this up, which will kind of line that up into place. And then you want to take this section here and bring this down. And you want to, while you're doing that, take this section here and bring this down. And then you want to take this gray section or this double hinge in here and kind of bring this back and kind of line up everything so that it all sits nice and flush like so. And then you want to take this section in here, or this front section, the windshield section, and bring that down. And then you're going to want to bring the arms in, and there is a tab right here that'll go into a slot right in there, if you can see that. And you just want to do the same thing for either side. Kind of bring that in and tab that in like so. So you have his torso section all done. Then you can take the handlebars up here and take them, and I just like to bring them back kind of against his back like so. Let me get them all situated and raise up the camera once again. So get all situated. Then you kind of want to just bring his arms, rotate them forward, kind of rotate, so make sure his arms are in the right way, and come under here and flip out his hands like so. Kind of flip out his other hand. And there you have WRECK-GAR in his robot mode, but we're not done yet. You do want to take the two wheels, and the one wheel will go onto this leg. You just slide it on like so, and get his arm out the way. You want to slide this on, and then it'll just tab in like so. And then you take the other wheel, and it plugs into this arm. Take that in, slide that in, and there you have WRECK-GAR fully kind of transformed and in his robot mode. And I really do like the way he looks. I absolutely love what Hasbro has done with his design, and I just think he looks really, really good. So we'll get in close here on his head sculpt. Let me raise this up again, but nice head sculpt. The only issue on mine is, for some reason, his little like goatee isn't all the way up into where it's supposed to be, and when I try to like push it up in there, it doesn't really like to stay, so it kind of just drops back down. It doesn't bother me too much, but I have noticed it. But as far as the actual head sculpt goes, I think it looks amazing. So very happy with what they did, and I like how it represents kind of the front section of the motorbike. So very nice in my opinion. And you have his nipple turrets, I don't know what you'd call them, or his nipple guns, and they are on a ball joint. And if you really wanted to, you can take them out if you wanted. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. So I guess there's that, because they are just on ball joints. So I'm gonna get these popped back in, because personally I don't want that. But overall, he's got a very clean transformation. Of course, you do have the wheels just kind of hanging off, but if it really bothered you that much, you could just take them off. You don't have to put them on. But personally, I like how the wheels look on him, just because it gives them that more like, that kind of scrapyard kind of look, which is basically what all the junk ends are. So I think it works out just fine. But a very clean transformation overall. So as far as articulation goes, he does, I think he has a ball joint. Yeah, he's got a ball joint at the head, but because the way that his head is designed, you don't really get some like wiggle waggle movement. But he can look up. He can't really look down at all, but he can do a full 360 if you wish. The arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out, and I do like the molded detail in here that they gave in his arms, so that's very nice. You get a bicep swivel. You do get 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, and you do have a wrist swivel, so that is nice. You get a waist swivel, and because of the way he transforms, you do get an ab crunch, which is very unexpected, but is also very nice. So I do kind of like how his transformation allows for that. The legs can go forward, they can go back. These side skirts do move out of the way to account for his legs. With the wheel on, it can only go out that much, so you're only going to get about that much of movement, but without the wheel, they can go out all the way. And they are on a soft ratchet, if you can kind of tell. So you get a thigh swivel. You get the knee bends in both directions because of the transformation, so if you wanted to break his leg, you could. But you do get about a little less than 90 degrees of bend at the knee. The foot can move up, it can move down, and you do get some ankle pivot. So I think he's actually very nicely articulated, and again, that ab crunch is kind of a nice surprise. So that is pretty cool. And as far as his little spinny axe thing goes, can hold it as he should be able to. So can hold it like such, and I think it looks pretty cool. So for comparison, here he is. Since this is the figure I happen to have next to me, here he is with Earthrise Prime, the Netflix version. So you can see how they look together. And yeah, he's about Voyager height. So very, very nice. So as far as WRECK-GAR goes, I do think he is pretty awesome. I really do like the way that he looks. And he's honestly one of my favorite figures from the Studio Series 86 line. Oops. I don't know if he's my first favorite, but, you know, like my number one favorite, but he is definitely kind of up there. So I do think he's a very nice and solid figure. So one thing I do gotta say, watch out for figure swapping, because I have heard that's a huge issue, especially with this guy for some reason. And this was pointed out to me by Bolt Matrix, but apparently, let me get him out the way, because of the way the box is, they didn't tape this at all. So from what I hear and from what I've seen, you can just open up the bottom. You know, basically what happens is somebody buys the figure, they take it home, they grab a figure they don't want or they want to get rid of, they open up the bottom, take out the contents, take this figure out, and then put their old WRECK-GAR in, and then they sell it, you know, or not they sell it, they return it to the store like, oh, I just didn't want it or something. So I guess that's an issue, and I just kind of wanted to bring it up. So before you buy it, if you see it in stores, actually make sure it's the proper figure and it has all of his accessories and stuff. So just wanted to kind of bring that up really quickly. So, but as far as the figure goes, great figure, definitely recommend it. So I do have an Instagram. I will leave the @ in the description if you guys want to follow me on that. But that's going to be about it for the review. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.